Oh my fucking god. OBS, I'm going to beat you to death with my fucking hooves if you don't stop being stable. I swear to fucking god. Hi, hello. Are we back? Are we back? Hello? Hello? Okay. This is a threat that I am... Me at OBS, I'm going to mail a bomb to you. This is... I'm joking. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm going to say I have... I'm going to say I have a bazooka zooka bubblegum. When I am angry. I'm going to say I have... Anyway. Oh, hello? Are we back? Hi. I don't know why my fucking OBS keeps shitting the bed. I've literally closed everything that I can. I'm not even playing a computer game, so I swear. Meet OBS, if you don't stop disconnecting me, I'm going to mail you chewed bubblegum from my collection. Do I have a collection? No. But I'll make one. I'll make one. This is a threat.
Yes. Yes? Yes. Yes?
I will create a chewed bubblegum collection just for OBS and their developers if they don't stop crashing my system right now. Right now.
What?
Didn't I say I was gonna try gifting him this cucumber roll? Did he like that?
What?
I hope he liked that.
What?
Did he like that? Make your own miniature version of the Seattle gum wall. Oh my fucking god, I should... I'll make my own miniature version of the Seattle gum wall and I'll mail it to the fucking creators of OBS. It's like, here, look at my little DIY project just for you! Oh my god, he did! He loved the cucumber roll! It was really funny because he gifted me that cucumber roll! So I just gifted it back to him. It's like, here you go. Today he arrived, Yachio rescued him after he collapsed from hunger. He did like that rare can. Why is this kid so obsessed with trash? I haven't actually seen the Seattle gum wall, and at this point, like, I feel like I have to make it like a bucket list thing that I have to see before I die. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like one of those things where I'm like, I have to see it for myself before I die. Craves companionship. He's always happy with someone around. That's cute. Is he? He is.
Hi there.
I hope you're having a relaxing afternoon.
Hey, hey. Phew. What?
Yeah, I assume the reason that my internet's so spotty right now is because it's been storming. Especially yesterday, there was a lot of storms. It's working again. Woohoo! Yeah, I think, like I was saying, because yesterday it was like storming pretty badly, and usually, it's like, funnily enough, like my internet seems to be fine during the storms. It's just after the storms that my internet is like dog shit, and I don't understand why. You would think that like it would dip more during the storms, but it's fine when it's storming. It's just after the storms that like it doesn't do as well. We are also getting storms, so I thought it was just me. Well, no, because we're also getting a lot of storms here. So, because it was raining, funnily enough, it was raining when I was streaming yesterday, and then when I woke up, funnily enough, I woke up at like 10 a.m. today, and it was still like it was like it wasn't like storming still, but it was still sprinkling. So I'm wondering if there was like issues with our internet connection, because a lot of times like other devices in my house don't have as much of an issue connecting to the internet, but I know my PC, if there's like a singular issue with our Wi-Fi, my PC just like is like because like streaming is basically where like, you know, you're broadcasting a signal, so like if there's any issue whatsoever with it, like I'm just like maybe putting my little hands together like, please, please. It doesn't help that like there's a lot of devices in my house, and even if like they're not being used, ooh, my voice cracked there. Even if like devices aren't being used, a lot of times, because of the ways that devices are made nowadays, they're like passively using the internet. So and because there's like so many devices in the house, if there's like a storm, a lot of times like that's why I have issues connecting to the internet. Just because like it creates a bottleneck in the house. It's because like the connection is like harder to reach. So that could also be a reason. Because there's like 5 of us living in the house full time, and what, each person has a phone, and there's like a couple of switches which like connect to the internet, and while they're not always connected to the internet full time, like they can be, and then like there's my PC, and then my brother is like always on his stupid ass laptop, and then I know there's a bunch of iPads in the house, because the high school we went to required iPads, because that's where textbooks were stored on, because instead of giving us physical textbooks, all of our textbooks were like stored as like apps or PDFs on like your iPad, on like the iPad, and that's how like all assignments were turned in for the most part. Like, there was some that were physical like assignments, but like for the most part, a lot, like there was some classes where like all assignments were like turned in on the iPad, so like pretty much every student was required to have one. So There's that. So then like when you're like going through that as like a checklist, you're like, oh, there's a lot of devices that are just like passively connecting to the internet. So like when there's a storm, it means that like it's a lot easier to have issues.
What? You can do it!
One day I will have a house where it's just me,
I
or maybe
see,
just
I
me and one
see.
other person or something. And there will probably still be internet issues, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I will ever be fully free of the curse of like internet issues. But I feel like if I was by myself, speaking of, how did the apartment search go? Okay, so far it's been going really well. So we looked at the one, and then, or like we did a tour of the one, and then I've looked at a couple other ones. I need to email the person I did a tour with about how to do the application process, which is on my to-do list tomorrow. I was going to do it on Tuesday, but I ended up I'm going to be honest, the way that like ADHD brains work sometimes is that like when you already have something that like you're doing in a day, your brain is just like, I have to like wait until like the thing that is scheduled happens, and then I can do other things, because I had a hair appointment at like 1, so I had to wait until after I did the hair appointment, because the thing is that went to my hair appointment, it was fine. But like the way that my brain works is that like since I had like something in my schedule that I had to go do, my brain wouldn't let me do anything else until I had that done. And it took a lot more spoons than I was expecting to go out and get my hair cut. Because I've been having like,
I feel confident that
didn't realize you
Ozuma's
were gonna bottom
future
level
is
up.
safe in your hands. Please continue
Okay.
to take care of Iroha and Suzu.
Because I've been having like, oh, is it out
Yes?
again? Oh my fucking god. OBS. OBS when I get you. OBS. 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 I will send you a gum wall. OBS. OBS.
Yes?
Genuinely, like, I've already turned off everything I could think of to help with the... Okay, I might try turning... Let me see if that helps at all. No? Well, so we're trying. Okay. So I've also been having issues with like my so oof. Where? Yes, when I get you. I don't know, man. I don't No, I don't know. But like I've been having issues with like my blood pressure not being with since I got diagnosed with POTS. Cause usually my blood pressure low.
Let me know if I can help you in any
It's
way.
been pretty stable.
Always ready to lend a hand.
Like it'll like plummet, and then because it's plummeting, I'm having trouble staying conscious because of how low it'll dip. So like that was something I was dealing with on Tuesday, and then that was also something I was dealing with today. Great, love that. Rolls eyes. Yeah, I know. So like I know, because so that's one of my doctor's appointments that I have this month that I'm seeing my doctor for is, one of my doctors I'm seeing, is because like my blood pressure is not stable, and, because originally like we already knew that like the beta block I was first put on it, that she was like, okay, your heart rate or your blood pressure is low, so we don't want to, we're not able to put you on like higher than like a very low dose of this. So if you start having like more issues, we're gonna have to change you to like a different beta blocker. And the issue though isn't that I'm needing a stronger dosage of it. It's that I'm needing a I love how it went green for like 2 seconds and it went right back to red. I don't understand. Is it coming back? Well, it went yellow. Hello? Guess who's back? Backstreet back. All right. Yeah, it kind of seems like my internet's just kind of like dipping in and out of like being stable, cuz I've already turned off everything I can in the background. Oh, what about your blood pressure? We missed that whole thing. Oh, okay. So I don't mind talking about this. Okay. So I was going okay, so we were talking about like the apartment search. So I found one that I really like, and so because we did a tour and then we were looking at other ones, but I really like the one that I did a tour of, because like I did virtual tours of other ones, but the one I went to I really like because it's like in the price point, it's in my price point, it's close to like my job, things like that. Guess who's back? Back again. Mary's back. Grab a friend. Mary's back. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. I know one singular reference that you made. 1 point for Marie. 1,200 missed points, but I got one. I don't think I sang the tune right, but I understood the reference at least. Which is not normally correct. I don't normally understand the reference at all. So, and then I do need to go and find the email that the person I did the tour with, and figure out like submitting an apartment application and stuff with them. And I was going to do that Tuesday. Part of why I didn't was because, like the ADHD plan paralysis, like deal where like when you have a plan later in the day, and then you're like, okay, well I can't do anything because I have plans with a capital P trademark. And because I had like a haircut, I had to wait until after that. And then after that, because like, I don't know why it took so much out of me to just like go get a haircut. But after that, I was like, I have to go lay down. But I've been having a lot of issues with like my blood pressure not being stable lately. And it's because, and I don't know exactly why, but like, it's, my blood pressure has not been unstable since I got diagnosed with POTS. And so I'm gonna have to talk with my doctor about changing beta blockers. Because when I was first diagnosed and put on the beta blocker I'm on, she did mention that because I already have low blood pressure, that I had to be put on a low dosage for the beta blocker I'm on. And that if I ever had like bigger issues with like POTS, I would have to switch to a new beta blocker. But like the issues that I'm having are not to do with like heart palpitations or like heart or like chest pain or anything like that. It's that like I'm like my blood pressure will just like suddenly drop even if I'm doing all of the like quote unquote right things. Like I'm drinking enough water, I'm getting enough electrolytes, I'm getting enough rest and all of that. I'm wearing the right things to like keep my blood pressure where it's supposed to be, like close to my heart. It's just like out of nowhere, I'll just be sitting somewhere and then I'll just like I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it's just like I just get like a feeling and like in between like where you're like my chest and my stomach is, and I'm just like, oh, my blood pressure's dropping and like I need to drink like liquid IV and go lay down now because I'm going to pass out. Like it's not a matter of like if I'm going to pass out, it's a matter of like I have T minus 10 seconds. I need to go lay down or I'm going to be or my body's going to lay down for me. You know what I mean? And that actually happened today. When I was eating and I was like getting ready to like clean up and come down to like set up for stream. And then I got like that feeling at like I think it was at like 6:30 cuz like I was actually going to start streaming early today. And then I got like that feeling and I was like, "Oh, my blood pressure's dropping." So like I got liquid IV ready and I started like drinking that like my life depended on it, and then I had to go lay down because I was like passing out like at the kitchen table. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll wake up when I wake up. Shrugs. And the reason I drink liquid IV is because oftentimes the best way to like mitigate like blood pressure dropping fast like that is to get a lot of liquids into you really fast, because then that like forces your blood pressure back up. I just heard blood pressure, then you cut out again after what you said it the first time. Oh yeah, fun. I love that. That's awesome. I love when my stream is so stable. It's so awesome. Me putting a toy sword and pointing a toy sword at OBS. I'm going to start making that gum wallet, you OBS. I'm going to mail it to you. I'm gonna mail a gum wall to you. Ayla Marie. But I'm not gonna chew all that gum. I'm gonna use water because I don't want you to trace it back to my identity. It'll be Ayla, water and all of that. Just in case. But yeah, it's a not to alarm people by my medical conditions. But we are in fact experiencing chronic issues right now. So
The more time we spend together, the more I want to know about you. Would you mind if I saw you more often?
That's it.
let's see. Would you like this miso one? I have a miso one, right? Yeah. I don't know what has more issues, your OBS or your body. That's the thing. I think they're equally full of issues. Okay, I know you can't control it, but like you worry me, Marie. It's not really my fault. And if it makes you feel better, I do have 3 different doctor's appointments scheduled for this month. Specifically because I know that there are things wrong. So I just have to like put a band-aid on it until, thank you for the posture check. I just have to like keep a band-aid on it until I see each of my doctors and fix things. Okay. Big stretch redeem, thank you. Also thank you for the drink water redeem. It probably also doesn't help that I just got off my Menzies. And I know my Menzies tends to super fucking mess with my, my blood pressure. Like, it makes it tank like nobody's business. Like, it doesn't matter how much water I'm drinking, my blood pressure, like, drops like a fucking rock. So, like, I was having so many issues with keeping my blood pressure at, like, a semi-stable... Like, there was, like, when I was having, like, that migraine that wouldn't let up, and I went to urgent care, and someone... Literally, there was someone who was trying to take my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was so low that, like, the original nurse who came in to try and take my blood pressure literally couldn't hear my fucking, like, you know how, like, they come in and they put, like, the stethoscope against, like, your veins? He couldn't hear my fucking, like, he couldn't hear, like, the start and stop of my fucking, like, blood pressure. Because of how bad my blood pressure was. And I know I should be laughing about that, but if I don't laugh about it, I'm gonna cry. And, like, he took my blood pressure 3 different times, and he just went, I have to get someone else. I can't hear it. And then the second nurse took it, like, 2 different times, and just went, I know it's not your fault. That doesn't help me my worry. This is why I text you once a week to make sure you're still alive. Talk about dead man walking, am I right? Lash and coping mechanism. Like, 2 different nurses had to take my blood pressure multiple times because they couldn't find my fucking blood pressure. Because of how fucking low it was. And then, like, the more they had to take it, the more they kept looking at me in fucking concern. And then my final blood pressure ended up being, like, 83/52. That's, like, the number that, like, they decided on because that was the best that they could get. Okay. Do you need to know how bad my blood pressure was that night? that was with me sitting down. I need you to know. That was with me fucking sitting down. Usually my blood pressure is not that bad sitting down. Usually my blood pressure, are we sure Sheep isn't a vampire or something? Usually my blood pressure is fucking, like, stable and fine when I'm sitting down. Do you realize how fucked up my blood pressure was that night? And I was sitting down, dude. Oh my fucking god. Are we sure Sheep isn't a vampire or something? Well, I do. My waking hours are from, like, at best, like, 5 p.m. to, like, 6 a.m. Sometimes as late as, like, 10 a.m. And then, I don't really eat a lot because but I eat a lot of liquids because it's easier to get down, and, I'm sickly pale to the point where, like, I reflect light more than, like, white paint. Screams out loud in CNA! Yeah, I knew you would appreciate that. You might as well tell me. Eat a lot of liquids? Is blood one of them? If not, that might be the problem. You know, I've never tried blood. You know, the thing is that blood is actually very high in, like, things like iron and salt, which are things that I'm actually very deficient in. You know, puts fingers to chin. You know, actually, I shouldn't be considering this.
What is it? What is it? If you don't mind, I wish to ask you something. Then I leave it
God.
to you. What is it?
That was a wonderful experience, man. Did he like that? He did in fact like the miso onigiri. Yeah, me just being like, hey, by the way, my blood pressure was really fucking bad that night. So we probably need to switch my blood pressure medication. So that's like one of the to-do list things. Talking to my doctor, and then we're also I know on the list of things, I don't think I need. That's not really worth it. I need that.
Okay, let's do this.
But yeah, I'm having, what are the different, but yeah, so I know, like, this month I'm having, let me check my calendar. I'm having a neurology appointment, and then, like, a appointment with my regular doctor, and then I'm also having an EMG because they're wanting to see if like some of my chronic pain is being caused by like an issue with like my nerves. But I highly suspect that it is not I highly suspect it is okay, how do I phrase this? I highly suspect that one of the issues that I have is that I have Ehlers-Danlos. As long as your systolic wasn't below 52, I can handle it. Yeah, it was, I think I said it, what it was. It was like, I think it was, oh, I don't remember what numbers it was. It was like, it was above 52, I remember that. But I was also sitting down. But usually even when I'm standing with low blood pressure, my systolic usually doesn't go below 60. But although when I was sitting, I think it was like 60. It was really low. It was like, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it was like somewhere in the 80s and then somewhere in the 60s. It was like 80 something over 60 something, if I remember. It was like horrifically bad. But I remember it wasn't like, it wasn't like, it was, or at least I should say it was horrifically bad for me. Because normally when I'm sitting, like, it doesn't, normally my systolic doesn't go below, like, 70. And it normally drops to 60 when I'm standing. So that's why I was like, huh, that's weird. But I didn't think about it. I wasn't really thinking about it too much because, like, I was having, you know, brain explodey moments. Normally I write it down what my, I probably have the paperwork somewhere if I could go find it. But yeah, the fact that two different nurses came in and they took my blood pressure, and the first one took my blood pressure 3 times and was like, I can't find your blood pressure. And then he had a second nurse come in, and the first time he took it, he was like, I'm gonna listen to that again, just to make sure I heard what I heard. And then he took it again, and then he was like, okay. And I was like, and he was like, like 87 over, like 60, I think it was like 87 over like 63 or something like that. Like, it wasn't in the 50s, I remember that. But, like, it was not great for blood pressure. I do remember the top number was 87. Because I thought it was funny. And I don't remember why I thought it was funny, but it was funny to me at the time. I don't know. My humor gets pretty bad when I'm having migraines.
Hi! How wonderful to see you. Hey, well, hey. Say the word and I'll whip it up.
Okay, cool, I'm better now. I'm glad to hear it. But you're just sitting there like, I will drive down to where you are, I swear on God. I don't have any salmon. Oh. Okay, wait, where's the udon? Where's the udon? Oh.
What should we make? Okay, leave it to me. See, I can cook stuff when I feel like it. You better be paying attention.
Okay, whatever.
Behold, Chef Kotaro's
Where's the
masterpiece.
udon? I don't remember it being this far down. Okay. Did I just, like, go right past it? Probably. Or is it above? Okay. Or is udon something you have to buy? I don't remember. Top is systolic, so I'm not as worried. Oh, I couldn't remember. It's like, is it systolic or diastolic? I don't think I've ever had my systolic go below 70. So, at least that I know of, when it's gotten measured. So, it's never gone below 70 while it's been measured. I guess I should, I should specify.
You got it. Time to make something delicious. There. All finished.
Oh.
Came out pretty
It's just
well, right?
regular Danko? Interesting. Was I looking for udon? Well, there we go again. Ah! Oh, wait, there's the udon car. I think I have to buy it. I'm also being looked at for Elos Damos. I know that's not how you spell it, but I legitimately I don't have no idea how to spell it either.
Yeah! Let's play again tomorrow. And the day after that. And the day after that. And even more after that.
Every time my stream goes down, I add another 10 pieces of gum to my personalized gum wall for OBS.
Yeah? Can I ask a favor?
Okay, first off, can I move you to the udon cart real quick? I think I put it over here.
What are you looking for today?
Uh-oh, here we go again. Yeah.
Well,
Stop working and it keeps stop working and we don't go along.
Let's do th- Hey,
I don't think I've done this
what
yet.
is it? Yeah. If there's anything you need help with, I've got your back. That's what friends are for, right? What is it? What is it? Say the word and I'll whip it up. Okay, leave it to me.
Yippee!
Smells great.
Udon.
Behold, Chef Kotaro's masterpiece.
That looks kind of cute. Oh wait. I built it, but I did not place it. I've been at 0 for a while. It's probably fine. I say, hoping, praying. Okay. We are back. We are back. Alright. Looks like we're just gonna have like a little bit of like yeah, going out and then it comes back. Sounds about right for how my internet's going right now.
All right. So, which do you
Wow, I
wanna
can make 6 whole paths.
Okay, leave the next bit to me.
Wow,
There,
6
all
whole
done.
paths you
Now,
shouldn't
all right.
have. Alright. Oh, and there's enough space I could put a tree here. How many is that now? How many is what now? I don't know, genuinely. Who gave the internet router the devil's soul? Probably the storm. I'm thinking. At this point, I'm thinking it's probably the storm. The storm thought it would be haha funny. Thankfully, it looks like it hasn't fully disconnected since the first 2 times. It looks like we just have like spots where like the internet's like, okay, we're gonna go a little crazy.
All right. Hey. What? What?
Which I can live with, I guess. I mean, I'll have to live with it, but... It's like the good old days. Or like if I breathed wrong, my computer... If I remember like the old laptop? Or like if I breathed wrong and looked at it funny, it would like shit the bed? Anyone else remember it? The good old laptop days? Throw fish at you. You can't. Twitch integrated throwing system is off right now. That was the only way to get it to be stable. So I guess you could spend points on the redeem, but it won't throw fish at me. Unfortunately. I just said that I turned that off.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Okay. That's also part of the Twitch integrated throwing system.
Whoa, you'll do it? Thanks! Yeah?
You see my comment about getting checked out for the same thing? Yes, I also don't know how to spell it. More like a scam. I just said that I turned it off! I literally said that I turned it off! Sorry, I didn't hear you over the fish. Okay. Moi wa shinderu no ni. But yeah, so I'll have to bring it up again to my doctor because I know I brought it up previously to them that I thought I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And even though, so the thing is that, like, I show pretty much all of the, like, I show a lot of the symptoms of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Like, for example, like, when I'm, like, laying in bed, like, my shoulders will, like, come out of their sockets. That's kind of gross to say, but it's true. And then, like, I can do, like, a lot of the tests, like, for example, like, my thumbs are double jointed. I can bring, like, my thumbs, like, down to, like, you know, my arm. I can't bring my fingers back, but, like, you know, I can bring my thumb to my arm. My legs are, like, super bendy in a way that they shouldn't be. I have, like, pictures of, like, my joints moving in ways that, like, they should not be able to as easily as they do. But then, like, there's also the fact that, like, for example, like, with my shoulders being super unstable, like, there's, like, stress knots, like, in my back, like, starting from, like, my neck. So they start at my neck, and they go all throughout, like, my shoulders, and, like, all the way down my back. And they've been there since, like, I was 14, at least. And I'm only, like, it was only, like, recently when I was talking with someone else, where I was like, yeah, I've had stress knots in my back since I was, like, 14. Where, like, they were like, oh, do you think it's because, like, your back is constantly tensed all the time to, like, keep your shoulders in their sockets? You're behind, Marie. I'm gonna be honest at it. I don't know how to fix that. I'm behind?
Yeah? Yeah? Hey, can I... Yeah?
Why are you staring at me? But yeah, so like that. But yeah, so like they mentioned, they're like, oh yeah, did you ever think that, like, they're like, what if, like, your back is full of, like, stress knots because they're, like, keeping your shoulders in their sockets? And I was like, you motherfucker, why didn't I think of that? So, gift.
Oh.
Oh. Oh!
I never cared much about my personal safety.
I'm gonna blow
At
up.
least, not until you told me how much I matter to you.
He's
If you
so
don't
cool.
mind, please take this gift in return.
Defense mechanism. Good. Defend yourself.
Yes? Yes. Yes?
Oh, you would love to watch me blow up. Explode right now. No. Pay me money. For $500, I will blow up. I don't even... Do I have explosion... I don't know if I have an explosion gif on me right now. My coworker saw me doing my arm trick and leg tricks. My shoulders pop out and random numbness in my limbs. I also have back issues that I go to the chiropractor quite frequently for, like behind the chat. Oh! I'm always behind. It's fine. The best I got is this. Does that... There. Pretend I exploded. And now I'm on fire. There you go. There you go. Is this not what you come here for? The best... Sorry. I laugh too hard and I die a little bit. The best of entertainment, right? I just remembered I didn't finish my ice cream and it's just been sitting here like melting. Let me go put this in my freezer. I'm so good at being a responsible adult with dairy products. Trust me with all of your dairy products. I have to pop my knees or else my knees will pop out of place, making me fail and hurt in the knee. Oh my gosh. The amount that I have done to my fucking knees. The amount of times I have, like, done stupid shit and fallen onto my knees and, like, I probably absolutely ruined my own knees. And, like, oh my gosh. For example, in high school, I did hurdles. And the hurdles itself isn't what, was the bad part, but, like, there was one day where, like, they had the hurdle set up for, for track and field, because they had events going on later, and we had gym outside, or not gym outside, we had, waiter, more sheep dying, coughing for no reason, please don't make me sick, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. Mine's upper back issues always so tense, and when I stretch, I don't feel the stretch. My hips have started popping out of place too. So like, I don't remember why we were walking outside. But we were outside, and instead of being in like athletic clothes, we were in like our uniforms, because the high school I went to, we had a school uniform. So like I was in fucking Converse shoes in like a school skirt that was like a plaid skirt that went down to my fucking knees, okay? So if that gives you any idea of why I was an idiot doing this. On a fucking track and field. I just remembered I didn't take my meds that are in my pocket. Hold, please. Thank you for holding. And the gym. I still remember how I felt back in my school year. So I was out on the track and I saw that like the hurdles were set up and I was like, I know how to jump hurdles because I do hurdles for track and field. And I was like, I thought me being a silly little goose, like, you know, messing around with my friend, I was like, I bet you I could jump over one of them. Because I think, you know, I was just messing around, and he was like, because I was like, oh yeah, I do hurdles for track and field. Unprompted, by the way. And he was like, no, I don't think you can. And me being the little fucking shit that I am, I'm like, I just start hopping over them like a fucking gazelle. Because I do them. And so I get over most of them and I'm perfectly fine because I've been doing hurdles. Oh yeah, and my knees give out sometimes, but that could be from having surgery on the one, lol. Yeah, it could be. So I'm jumping over these hurdles and I get to the last one and I'm overconfident because I'm a little shitty, like, 14-year-old who's just like, ha, you thought I couldn't do them, and I've jumped over all of these other ones, and I was perfectly fine, and, like, you know, I've boosted my ego to the point where I'm like, nothing can break me, and I go to jump over the last one. I totally botch. I totally botched the jump. I can't remember if I jumped too early or what it was that happened. But as I'm jumping, my shoe catches on the hurdle. Which is like, it's a common occurrence that happens with hurdles, which is why when you do hurdles practice, one of the exercises that they have you do over and over and over again is that you walk by the hurdles, and then they have you practice having your hips, like, that you take your leg and then you take your leg and you have it go over the hurdle over and over and over again. So like you walk by the hurdle and then you walk your leg over the hurdle so you know how high the hurdles are. So like basically you can have like a good internal like memory of how high the hurdles are. Because catching your shoes on the hurdles is like the fastest way to get fucking injured. But and usually you're in like running shoes, or you're in like shoes that have like athletic shoes that are really light and they have like spikes in the bottom to hold onto the track that are like, you know, meant for running on the track. I was in fucking Converse. So it could have been too that like I didn't have enough traction running on the track and then I like slipped, or who knows. All I know is that my shoe got caught on the hurdle and I ate absolute fucking dog shit. I ate fucking concrete, dude. I skidded. So like my hands, I don't even think I used my hands to catch myself. I was so fucking confident that I would go over that hurdle. It was all knees. And like afterwards, I just like picked my, and I fell in front of like, I think it was what they called like our family groups. Which is like during one of our so basically like at the school I went to, they basically like randomly paired you, it was basically a study hall, but like they were trying to be hip with it, so they called you a family group. It was basically just a study hall. It was my study hall group. And I fell in front of that entire group of people out in front of the track. I fell in front of all of them, and I need you all to know that the person who was like the lead of my study group, So like the teacher slash like adult that was in charge of my study group, my study hall, was the fucking principal. So I ate like 8 feet of fucking concrete in front of the fucking principal of my school. And the worst part is that I was like a classmate with like his youngest daughter since I was in preschool. There was no saving that, dude. I was just like, I almost considered not getting back up for the bit, but no, I just immediately got back up, and because my skirt was long enough, I just like used it to cover like how much injury I did to my knees, but like I literally ripped open my fucking knees, dude. I think I like ended up removing like at least like 3 layers of my knees because of that fucking stunt. And that is not the first time I've landed my entire weight on my knees by pulling stupid bullshit like that. Oh. Oopsies. Our track coach never had us hurdlers do that. That might explain why I got fucked up by a hurdle multiple times in track shoes too. Yeah, our coach was super, like, that was one that, like, I had multiple coaches do that. That was, like, our most important, like, exercise that we did. Like, I remember, like, out of all of the exercises we did, that was one that, like, I remember we did the most. So, like, even if I wasn't fast on the hurdles, I remember that, like, I had one of the best forms they had ever seen on hurdles by the time I got to high school. Because, like, at least when I was in, like, proper running shoes / track shoes, I knew exactly where that fucking hurdle was. It's just, in Converse, no, the fuck I did not. Okay, ma'am.
Happy hour soon, but not yet. Wait until nightfall. Hey! What's up? What's up? What do you think? What's up?
When the sun sets,
When it gets so dark.
Well,
But yeah. The amount of times I've fallen and eaten shit on concrete and ruined my body. Man.
Right.
Or the time in, college where, I jumped off of, in front of the music building, off of the concrete banister.
Good.
It was I guess it wasn't called the banister, but like so there was like a slight wall that was made out of like concrete. And then I mistimed the jumps because I put too much power behind my jump because I forgot I was wearing a backpack that was full of fucking textbooks and other heavy shit. Because I landed the bloody road rash on the song. I forgot you were part of fucking concert. I forgot you were part of mixed chorus with me. Cause like I hit the road and then I kept going and I skidded on the fucking ground. Me skidding on the ground 2.0. But I did it in front of the entire mixed chorus. And I wasn't even upset about me fucking on my knees. I was upset because I had to, like, get up in front of everyone and be like, I'm fine.